Okay, I want to go over this first. So if it's x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k over squared b squared. Okay. The first thing I want you to write down is I always want you to write down the center first. Okay, the center is always h. I don't know why I did that. K. Okay. Now the vertices, since the x is first, that means that the x is what is going to change. Okay. So when you find this, that means your vertices, the k is not going to change. The k is going to stay exactly the same because the x came first. So you're going to take the center, the h, and you're going to add and subtract the a value. See, this is a squared. You're going to add and subtract the a value, not the a squared value. Now, I can't spell it. Conjugate. I think it's I can't remember what it's called. It messes up with the Spanish version of the word. Conjugate. Okay, conjugate. Vertices. Or I think they call them axes. Okay. For this one, the h is going to stay the same. The k is what would change. Okay. This is the one that you guys are going to be looking for all the time. Then, in order to find the foci, because the x came first, the x is what's going to be changing again. The k is going to stay alone. In order to find out how far it changes, you're going to do c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So this is going to be plus or minus c. Now, I don't know if your teachers have taught you this, but the asymptote, I misspell it, sorry. The equation for that is going to be y equals k plus or minus, and that's going to be b over a parentheses x minus h. And that comes from the point slope formula. Okay. Now, that's if the x comes first. So if the y comes first, so if on this you have y minus k all squared over b squared minus x minus h all squared over a squared equals 1. So your center is still going to be hk. But this time the y is what's going to be changing. So the vertices on this one, the h stays alone, but the k, the y value is what's going to change. And that's going to be plus or minus b. The foci, same thing. This is going to be plus or minus c. Okay, if you want to do the conjugate axes, that means, and this is the thing that you don't really do much of on at least the papers that I've seen that you guys have done so far, plus or minus a, comma, k. Okay, Oh, and I should have shown this. This one is when it's going to be like this with all the extra stuff. Okay. And then your asymptote would be plus or minus. Oh, no. It's K plus or minus B over A X minus H. Okay, so that's a bunch of stuff, but refer back to it. So let's go up here and look at this. Okay. So remember to find the center. Okay, so there's nothing added or subtracted to the X or Y inside a set of parentheses. So that means that my center for this is going to be the point 0, 0. Now, most of the time, guys, it is so much easier to just go ahead and plot this information and then come back to it. So, going left and right, because this is under this right here, my B value is going to be 5. So going left and right, nope, try again, that's not my B value. It's my A value. Sorry about that. What is going under the X and going left and right is plus or minus 5. So from this, I should color code these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to come up here and I'm actually going to color code it for you. So the A value is plus or minus 5. The B value, this part that's going up and down, is the square root of 9, which is 3. So from the center, we're going to go up 3, and we're going to go down 3. Okay? Now, right now, we just found the vertices. The vertices, because X came first, I could have looked at it like this and done 0 plus or minus 5, comma 0, and gotten 5 plus or minus 5, comma 0, or if you need to write it as 5, 0, negative 5, 0. Or you could have come down here and looked at this, and the pink ones are the vertices. Okay? And they're at 5, 0, and negative 5, 0. Then, I need to find the foci. The foci, well, that C squared is equal to 25 plus 9. It doesn't matter which order you add these in. And that's going to get 34. So C is equal to plus or minus the square root of 34. Now, whether or not your teacher lets you use your calculator, I have absolutely no idea. But if your teacher does let you use your calculator, you're going to get 5.8. If they don't, you know that it's almost 6 because the square root of 36 is 6. So it's super close to that. So we're going left and right with this because X again came first. So I'm going to go over 5.8 from the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. I want a little less than that. Okay, this is 5. Little less than negative 6. Okay? So now I need to know what that is. Now, you could have done it taking the H value and doing plus or minus the C value, comma, the K value, and gotten plus or minus 5.8, comma 0, or 5.8, comma 0, negative 5.8, comma 0. So you could have done it that way. Now, the last part of this is the asymptote. So y equals, it's going to be k plus or minus, and by the way, this is the slope. b over a x minus h. So the k value was 0. The b value was 3. The a value, I can't remember, is 5. The h value was 0. So y equals plus or minus 3/5 k. So that's my asymptote. So now I just need to finish drawing this. So I'm going to draw a box. And I like to color code just because it makes it so much easier. Okay, so if you needed to extend it more on both sides, because you really should. There we go. And oops, that was horrible. Like so. Oops. Okay. And it opens left and right. So I'm going to draw this like this. And yes, it's not perfect, but that's okay. Like this. And there you have it. Okay. So on this next one, it's not going to be at 0, 0 because there's a set of parentheses. And on top of that, the y came first. So my center, be careful. You want to make sure that you do the correct center. So what is added or subtracted from x? Nothing. So that means 0. Alexa, turn off. And then the y value. So that's my center. Okay? I was trying to color code this. So my a value is what's underneath x. So that's going to be plus or minus 5. So I'm going to come down here and I'm plot 0, negative 2. And that's going to be here. And my a value is going to be 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then my b value, b's the orange. I look at the number underneath the y, and that's going to be 2. So I'm going to go up 2 and down 2. Okay, so again, on this one, my vertices are going to be the b because the y came first. So they're at the points 0, 0, and the point 0, negative 2, 4. Okay, so again, I could have found that. I just looked at the picture. But I could have done it by taking this 0. Nope, not even that 0. This negative 2 right here and this b value. So negative 2 plus 2 got you 0. Negative 2 minus 2 got you negative 4. And that's where those came from. Now the foci. I'm going to take c squared equals 4 plus 25. C squared is going to get me 29. So c is going to be plus or minus the square root of 29, which is going to be 5 point, I want to say 5.4. Let's see. 29 and a square root. 5.4. Good job. And that really should say approximate. So again, we would be changing the y value for this, so I would take the -2 and I would add 5.4 to it and take the -2 and subtract 5.4. Or also you can count 5.4. And remember, it's going on the y-axis or up and down because the y came first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then about here. Then I come over here and I go from the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit more. So those are my foci. Then, oh, I should probably, oh my goodness gracious. Come on. I need to write what my foci are. Oops, wrong color. So my foci. Okay. Notice the y value didn't change at all. Okay, the y, or sorry, try that again. The x value did not change at all. I'm tired. So I'm going to take -2 and I'm going to add 5.4. That would get me 3.4. So is this point right here at the point 0, 3.4? It is 1, 2, 3, and 0.4. Okay. Then I'm going to take -2 from up here and subtract -5.4. So if I subtract that, I would get -7.4. If I come down here and I count down, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 0.4. So that would be it. Now, I want to do y equals k plus or minus b over a x minus h. So my k value is -2. So y equals -2, sorry. And then I have b over a, so 2 over 5 x, and then my x value is 0. Shh. So I have y equals, oh my gosh, stop. -2 plus or minus 2/5 x. And those are your asymptotes. So now I'm going to draw my picture the rest of the way. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. Oops, that was a horrible line. Enough. Okay, I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to come down here. Oh, that is not a very good line. Come on. Why is it doing that? Whatever. Nope, I don't want it there. Okay, and then what? Oh, I totally meant for that line to be red. Okay, and there we go. And then this is going to go up and down. So this is going to go, oh, this is like wide. Like so. And wide. Like so. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do this one for you. So on this one, I need it to be equal to 1. So I'm going to divide by 144. divide by 144. So here I'm going to get y squared over 9 minus x squared over 16 equals 1. Okay, so then you would do the exact same thing we did just a moment ago. And sorry, I wanted center is blue. Okay, so I did my center. Notice nothing is added or subtracted in a set of parentheses. So that means my center is 0, 0. The y comes first, so that means that this is going to open up and down. That means that when we find our vertices, I can't remember what color is what, sorry. Okay, A is pink. So my A value is what is underneath X. So my A value is plus or minus 4. My B value is plus or minus 3. It's the number that's underneath. My C value is 16 plus 9, which is nice because this comes out to 25. So C equals plus or minus 5. Okay? So what is going to change? What is going to change on this is the y value is going to be what changes. Okay? So the y value is what changes. So my vertices, the y value is what changes. So 0 plus or minus 3. So that gets me 0, 3 and 0, negative 3 for my vertices. My foci, my y value again is what is going to change. So 0 plus or minus 5. So 0, 5 and 0, negative 5. Now again, like I said, at the very beginning, you can always draw the picture and get it. So from the center, it says I'm going to go left and right 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and down, it said 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because that was my B value. My B value was 3. My C value is 5. So we're going up and down. Okay, so up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and here. So if I'm going to draw my box, yeah, better if I just don't do all of the things that I like to do. Here, there's my box. It's going to be opening up and down. Okay, so if I'm going to draw my come here. Okay. Okay. And I drew those. Notice how for those asymptotes, all I had to do was draw the box. And they'll take care of it. Now, up here, I need to write the asymptote. So it's y equals k plus or minus b over a. And again, that's just the slope of that line. Okay, so I replace the k value, which is 0. I replace the b value, which was 3. The a value was 4. And then 0. So y equals plus or minus 3 over 4. Okay. Hopefully you can get it from there.